Single women over the age of 45 are like unicorns, rare and barely visible. Apparently, some men are feeling a bit overwhelmed with their plates already, so they're not too keen on adding an older woman to the mix. They don't want to be anyone's savior, especially not for these older women who supposedly had their fun with the chants and tyrants of the world. And now that those guys are out of the picture, these ladies are left with some emotional baggage. It sounds like someone needs a reality check. Hold on to your hats, guys, because in today's video, we're tackling a big topic. Why do men tend to prefer younger women over older women? It's a question that's been on many minds, so get ready to dive in and uncover the mystery behind this age-old phenomenon. I've got one word for you: baggage. In my experience, all the single women I know have had a lot more ups and downs in the love department, leaving them with a hefty load of emotional luggage. It's like they've got a whole airport carousel of unresolved issues going on. And for some reason, it seems like women are less likely to take a deep dive into their own psyche compared to men. Take post-divorce, for example. Men tend to do some serious self-reflection and not only identify what they want to avoid in their next partner, but also own up to their own mistakes that contributed to the marriage falling apart. These women, however, tend to point the finger at the man when a marriage falls apart, and then they put up a wall, carrying that baggage with them into the next relationship without ever taking a good, hard look at their own role in the situation. And wouldn't you know it? They end up doing the same thing, or even worse, in the next relationship, leading to yet another failure. But do they take a step back and reflect on their actions? Nope. They just keep on pointing that finger and blaming the man, once again. It's like a never-ending cycle of relationship doom. This cycle of relationship drama takes a toll on the woman. The more she goes through it, the more bitter and closed off she becomes, until she's basically a walking ball of unresolved trauma and resentments. And guess what? She's not exactly a ray of sunshine in her next relationship either. In fact, she might even make the new guy suffer for the mistakes of the previous ones. As if that weren't enough, aging only amplifies her insecurities as she realizes she's now competing with younger women for the dating spotlight. Plus, she's well aware that her time in the dating game is running out, with fewer and fewer eligible men to choose from. Talk about a tough spot to be in. Last but not least, these older women out here just haven't gotten the memo that the dating game changes quite a bit as you get older. It's like they're still trying to follow the same rule book they use in their 20s, when things were a bit different. Let's be honest, all these factors can make dating them a bit of a challenge, but that's not to say that older women aren't a great option for older men. They've got some pretty awesome qualities like valuable life experience and a calm demeanor that doesn't sweat the small stuff like younger women might. Plus, they've got that whole relatability thing going for them, with a similar worldview that can be hard to find with the younger crowd. They tend to have their priorities straight, which makes for a more streamlined relationship. They tend to be more sexually liberated and less hung up about it. Plus, they've got their finances in order and can handle crisis like a boss, thanks to their valuable life experience. Let's not forget their impressive patience and ability to see the big picture. So while there might be some things that younger women have going for them, there are definitely some unique benefits to dating older women. Now, here's the real challenge: getting that older woman to loosen her grip on the past, so you can enjoy all the good stuff that comes with dating her. She can be pretty darn stubborn, so you might have your work cut out for you. And let's not forget about the usual suspects that women tend to bring to the table. We're talking low self-esteem, body issues, and maybe even some emotional warfare personality quirks. Oh, and don't forget about the ex and the kids. You might have to deal with some tricky situations there, like playing second fiddle to her kids, adding a whole new level of complexity to the mix, which can make some older guys think twice about investing their time and energy into a relationship. After all, there are plenty of fish in the sea, right? It can be tough waiting around for her to work through those issues or even just tolerate them, especially when there are so many other viable options out there. Okay, picture this. I met my last ex when I was 42 and she was only 28. And the woman before her was just a spry 25-year-old. Now, I know I'm not exactly a supermodel, but at 55, I've still got some game. I can consider getting serious with women from 35 all the way up to 55, and you know what? They're into me too. It's like a buffet of options. But let's be real, a woman my age can't exactly say the same thing. Sure, she might have a little fling with a younger guy, but it's not like he's going to be lining up to put a ring on it. Marriage is a whole other ballgame. Now let's take a step back and look at things from the man's point of view. With so many options available, why would he want to deal with an older woman's issues and baggage? To some, it might feel like heavy lifting to help her through it all and pay the price for all the other guys who have hurt her in the past. It's a tough sell. If she's managed to resolve all those issues and step into her power, dating her should feel like slipping into a cozy pair of pajamas, or a warm and stress-free oasis in a chaotic world. Unfortunately, that's rarely the case when it comes to dating. Men love a shiny new sports car, but you know what? They also appreciate a trusty old reliable sedan that won't give them any trouble. The problem is when that sedan ends up being just as high maintenance and problematic as the flashy sports car. That's all for today.